Welcome to the RadioU Podcast. I'm Hudson.
And I'm Allie.
Coming up, when is speeding actually speeding?
Also, the IronMan may want to consider adding this new obstacle.
All that and more on the way next. There's a new most popular person in America. 8772 RadioU or the talkback button in the RadioU app. I don't know who it is, but that's because the former most popular person in America, Dolly Parton, has passed away. Sad news yesterday. So 80 years old, undisclosed illness. Kind of unexpected.
Yeah.
But, I guess kind of unexpected from a public perspective. Behind the scenes, we don't know. There's been, I was looking back over the past, year or so, at least, Dolly Parton has been, showing up to cancel shows, say, I'm still okay, but I've got health stuff, but I can't do shows. And then she disappears for a while. And that's kind of been going on for about a year or so. And so we don't know what she was exactly dealing with health-wise behind the scenes. But there was no indication publicly that Dolly Parton could be about to pass. And then all of a sudden yesterday, the tough news.
Yeah, it was really out of nowhere. But also, I do remember a few months ago, her sister saying be praying for her. She's dealing with health struggles.
Yeah. Well, remember when that happened? It caused a panic.
It caused a panic because we all thought it was the worst thing ever. And then Dolly Parton releases a video and she seemed fine. But I think that's how Dolly's always been. Yes. She's always put on a strong face for everybody.
This is exactly what I was thinking. She's a grandmother's age.
Yep.
And it was the kind of thing where your grandma doesn't probably complain if she's still alive about her health stuff.
Right.
Because she doesn't want you to worry about her. Yep. She wants to be there to make you happy. And I feel like Dolly Parton had that mentality for the entire world.
Exactly. She was like a grandma to all of us, So it was incredibly sad to see that she, passed away. But what a legacy she leaves behind. Mm-hmm. I saw that President Trump has said the flags will be lowered at half staff for her for a whole week. And I was like, some people may be thinking that's a little much or whatever, but there's no one else I could think of in the entertainment industry that deserves it more than Dolly Parton. Think of all the things that she's done, not just with music, but also with her Imagination Library. She's done so much good for the world, so much good for the country that I feel like she is definitely deserving of an honor like that.
I truly struggle, and maybe somebody, she was the most popular person in America.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's always somebody that wants to be a naysayer, but I don't know that I can think of somebody that would be considered a celebrity, considered an entertainer that has been more of a good example for, I feel how you should live life than she has. And not just for a short period of time, she's been a celebrity for about 60 years.
Right.
And she's been just, again, an incredible example and done so many things to raise other people up that it's an inspiration. It really is.
It really is an inspiration. I'm going to be listening to some Dolly Parton today for sure. I was listening to Jolene a couple days ago, and it's making me sad thinking about that. So an iconic lady leaving an iconic legacy, and we'll never forget her.
It's a great... Allie, everybody knows Jolene, almost everybody.
Yeah.
9 to 5.
9 to 5, amazing. Coat of Many Colors is probably my favorite song.
Okay. I was also going to point out I Will Always Love You.
Yep.
She wrote that song. Whitney Houston does a great version of it, but Dolly Parton's version is great too.
Yes.
Do you have another deep cut? You already gave Coat of Many Colors. Any other Dolly deep cuts for anybody who wants to mourn today that maybe doesn't have the deep knowledge of Dolly Parton like we do?
I'm trying to remember. There's a song I always used to like, and it was I think it was something like "You Keep Coming Back Around" or something like that. Okay. Dang.
Well, you'd work on that. I've got a few. One, it might be my favorite Dolly Parton song of all time. It's called Two Doors Down. Oh. And it's about bouncing back after a breakup. So there's a party 2 doors down, and she goes to it, and then she's like, I'm having my own party. Anyways, it's so fun.
Yes.
There's also, she put out recently because she was recently inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. And when they announced that, she was like, I'm not rock and roll. I don't know why they're putting me in. But then she's like, I'm going to make a rock and roll album. And it actually, like, there's some good rock on
I
there.
need to listen to that.
Yeah.
Yeah. The song that I was thinking of it's not that much of a deep cut. It's Here You Come Again. That's the song. Yeah.
Some good choices. I mean, she's been around so long, but most people probably haven't listened to a ton of her music at this point that, are around now. So go back and listen to it. It is worth listening to.
Exactly.
Dolly Parton, An Amazing Life, Dead at 80. Radio U, where music is going, 8772. Radio U. Allie, I hope this inspires you to still be able to do your half marathon coming up in a couple months.
Okay.
Because the circumstances are way different, but this is another athlete persevering to make sure he can continue to meet his goal. This is a man in Georgia who is he's been planning on doing what I guess I would consider a half Ironman.
Okay.
Because an Ironman typically is a 2.4 mile swim.
Yeah.
And that's not all.
No, that's a lot more.
I don't think I've swam 2.4 miles in my life, like total. But it's a regular Ironman. It'd be 2.4 mile swim, then a 112 mile bike ride, followed by a full marathon, all in one go.
Yeah.
And it takes 8 weeks.
Yikes.
It seems like it would, but it doesn't actually, which is crazy. But the Ironman 70.3 is coming up in Augusta on September 27th in Georgia. It's only a 1.2 mile swim, only a 56 mile bike ride, and then a half marathon. This guy, his name is Jonathan Bruni. He was training to compete. He's a coach, and he was training with his students. He got into the water for the swim portion. Shortly after he started, he felt the bite of an alligator.
Oh my gosh.
So the fact that he even escaped the alligator in the first place is insane.
Miracle, one would call it.
The alligator bit down on his right arm. He had the wherewithal to poke the alligator in the eye, because that's what you're supposed to do. Yep. Then it releases its grip. I'll have to remember that. He escapes from the alligator, even though nobody he was with, because they were all swimming, had their cell phones. They were able to flag down a guy walking his dog and apply a tourniquet and get this guy to the hospital, where he received several stitches. Fortunately for him, it's actually mostly superficial, this one alligator bite, which not only means obviously that he survived, but also that it actually didn't damage any of the muscle. And so he is still planning about a month from now
to do the Ironman
in the half Ironman in Augusta.
Wow.
Some people are just built different.
It's true. It's true. I feel like when you have your mind set on something and you have a little setback, like an alligator biting you in the arm.
A little setback,
superficial, just a flesh wound.
Yeah. I mean, he has to do it.
Yeah.
Or else the alligator wins.
Exactly. You can't let the alligator win.
No, definitely not.
You gotta use this as motivation of like,
I mean,
screw you, alligator. I'm gonna do this, Iron Man.
I mean, if it was me, I would definitely let the alligator win. But that's why
You're
this
just gonna give up? You're just gonna give in?
Yeah, I mean, I would probably, yes. I mean, I'll remember the eyeball thing. If that doesn't work, though,
you just take it.
Yeah. I mean, what a way to go, actually. It would seem kind of heroic.
Yeah.
To die by alligator. It would be horrible. A horrible way to die, but at least it would be a cool story.
That maybe no one would be able to tell. I don't know.
I don't know. I think it'd be kind of fun for like Mrs. Hudson to be like, you know what happened to my husband? He died by alligator. College football. It kind of starts tomorrow.
I know.
There's FCS games tomorrow.
Yep.
And I'm probably so starved for football that I will
you might watch
some.
them.
Yeah. But definitely on Saturday, we've got some real FBS college football coming up. And right before the season, great timing on this.
Yeah.
The Big Ten has unanimously adopted a new rule that will ban football players from returning to play in the conference if they've played professionally or like joined a professional team. This has come up because the highest profile example is Daquan Wright, a tight end who had played at Ole Miss, was with the Browns this season, this preseason, and asked to be released so that he could go back because he was granted another year of eligibility and go back, and he's supposed to play at LSU under Lane Kiffin again.
Crazy.
And so the Big Ten has come out and just banned this as a possibility.
Yeah.
Thank goodness.
Honestly, yeah. I really don't want to see this. I know the SEC also has said that they're pretty irked by this. Like, they're not a fan, but I don't think they're going to ban it in time to stop Daquan from playing for LSU.
I was confused by that, too, because they came out with, like, I don't know if it's an actual ban.
No, it's not a ban.
But I also don't know if they're actually going to let him, like, if it's kind of going to be similar to the Brendan Sorsby thing at Texas Tech, where it's like, I mean,
we're not
you're technically allowed to, but we're going to face so much backlash if we bring Daquan Wright in, which is, I mean, it's honestly not worth it. Brendan Sorsby would have been a starting quarterback for Texas.
Yeah.
Daquan Wright will be like the second string tight end on LSU.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it's really worth it for Lane Kiffin to go ahead and do this. And it sounds like basically every other conference is on board. It also is kind of a unique situation because this all is kind of there's a weird spot in eligibility for everybody right now because the rules have kind of changed.
Yeah.
Where basically, like, going forward, it sounds like the NCAA and, like, everybody's kind of on the same page that, like, you have 5 years of eligibility no matter how much you redshirt or whatever.
Right.
But these guys were like, this would be an extra year for them, but then I don't know. It's just a weird thing.
It's very weird.
It's just a temporary thing. This really shouldn't be an issue going forward, but it is an issue this year, and it sounds like everybody's banning it pretty much.
Yeah, and I think that's how it should be. And also, like, I don't think it's going to reflect well upon Daquan Wright when he tries to go back to the NFL.
Yeah, because it's not like he's just going to be like, okay, I guess I'm retiring now.
Yeah.
He would still like to be in the NFL.
Yeah, because you're not going to make
he wanted to be in college more because he'd make more there this year.
You're going to make a decent amount of money in college football if you play for one of these top teams in NIL, particularly if you're a starter. But if he tries to go back to the NFL now, teams are not going to look favorably upon him, and he's not talented enough for them to, like, look past that.
The whole reason that he was even in this scenario anyways is because he's looking at probably his own prospects being like, I might not even make the Browns.
Right.
In the first place. And then, of course, why wouldn't I want to go back to college where I would make more money either way?
Yeah.
But so his prospects aren't bright, but then now he's shown, like, he's not exactly the best person to have in a locker room, even though at the same time, like, he's just like, again, his NFL career might have only lasted this preseason anyways.
Right.
So I don't know if I can fault him personally for wanting to go back and cash in for $1 million one more year, but because that's probably what I would do. But it's also probably not gonna paint him in a positive light.
It's definitely not. You had your opportunity. I'm sorry it didn't work out and you left early because that's what you did. You left early. And so, but yeah, it's just like you can't then go and take a roster spot from another player. Yeah. That's supposed to be
that's the thing. It wasn't early at the end of like when he had to declare for the draft. It's only early because the rules changed after the draft. But now the rules keep going back and forth. Yeah. Which is why this whole thing is so stupid.
It is why
and why it's good that the conferences are getting on the same page because the reason he was eligible is because it was judges in Louisiana.
Right.
But what if those judges in Alabama didn't say the same thing?
Right.
It's just a mess.
It's definitely a mess. This is why we need a college football commissioner.
And why I've said this so many times. I just want games to start.
Yeah.
So that we kind of put this stuff behind us.
Put this aside.
And have fun games to pay attention to.
Hey, listen to our college football preview, though, on the RadioU podcast. You can see that also on our YouTube, RadioU Mornings.
Subscribe. It was posted last Thursday. I have two big entertainment TV movie stories.
Okay.
I want to know which one is more exciting to you. 8772-RADIO-U or the talkback button in the RadioU app. One is that Ryan Gosling is developing a live-action Flintstones movie. It would be the first live-action Flintstones film since 2000's Viva Rock Vegas.
Yeah.
And this one would actually center around an adult Bam Bam.
Bam Bam as an adult.
Bam Bam all grown up, presumably portrayed by Ryan Gosling himself. Okay, is that more exciting? Or that Prime Video is working on a RoboCop series that will now star Dan Stevens as Officer Alex Murphy.
Ooh, okay.
8 episodes.
I like both of those for different reasons.
Okay.
But the Bam Bam one, I grew up watching the Flintstones. My parents loved the Flintstones, and we had it on like DVD, so we would like watch it sometimes.
Yeah.
So I love the Flintstones. Not as big a fan of Bam Bam, so I feel like
Bam Bam doesn't say anything except Bam Bam.
Except Bam Bam. So it'll be weird to know what's going on there. But if he can somehow get John Goodman and Rick Moranis to come into this movie, then I would be very excited.
Okay.
But I think overall, like if it's just as is, I'm probably more excited for RoboCop because I am a huge Dan Stevens fan.
Okay.
Love him.
I knew you liked Dan Stevens because he's the Beast.
He's the Beast, but particularly one of the roles I really like of him is in the movie The Guest, where he plays kind of a villain.
Okay.
And like a really like pretty scary guy. The Guest is very similar suspense wise to like Cape Fear.
Okay.
And so he plays a pretty menacing character in that movie. So I would say drawing from that performance, I'm very excited to see what he would be like as Alex Murphy. I think he could knock that out of the park.
Yeah, I think both of these could be good. I have access to Prime Video, but I never go on Prime Video. So, and I wouldn't activate up a subscription or be like, urging someone to give me their login.
Just to watch RoboCop. Let's see what it looks like first.
Yeah.
I feel like.
But I think it definitely could be good, so I'm not knocking it.
Yeah.
But between these two, I'm definitely way more
leaning
excited.
To Bam Bam.
It's not even close. I would be definitely going to the theater to see a Bam Bam movie.
Okay.
Especially considering, I mean, if it was somebody else, maybe I wouldn't. But if it's Ryan Gosling, that I don't need to know anything else.
Yeah.
I do not need to know anything else.
Sure.
That's enough for me.
Okay.
So that's where I'm at. But you know what I've never seen? Have you ever seen the RoboCop original movie?
I have.
Okay,
yes.
I haven't. I haven't even seen it. I'm
you
familiar
should watch
with it. I know I should watch it.
Yeah, it's a classic.
I've got a lot of stuff to watch.
Yeah.
And so that will
that will be on your list before the show comes out for sure.
Yeah,
I would say definitely check it out.
And I mean, both of these are still a ways away because we're just getting, Ryan Gosling is literally like pitching this thing. So like, I don't even know.
He better be pitching it to John Goodman and Rick Moranis. Yeah. That's all I'm saying.
I guess it would have to go through Discovery or whatever because I think they own all the Flintstone stuff. But then there's
yeah, that's right, because it's on
Prime
like
Video
HBO
thing.
Max.
They're just announcing that it's Dan Stevens as the star.
So they just cast him.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we got a while to wait on each of these.
Yeah.
But they're both exciting. A new survey is out saying that 80% of Americans speed.
I believe it.
8772 Radio U, the talkback button in the Radio app. This was done by AAA.
Okay.
But if 80% of people are speeding, is anyone really speeding? If the vast majority.
That's kind of how I feel about it, and probably what I would tell the officer if ever I get pulled over.
Everybody else was doing it.
Which hasn't happened yet. I've not gotten pulled over. I feel like I have found the correct equation or whatever.
Yeah.
Of speeding. But I think that the issue I have, because I was never naturally like fast as a driver.
Yeah.
I'm usually pretty cautious, but when you're driving in Columbus, Ohio, on the highways, I feel like you're kind of forced into it. If you're not willing to match the pace of everybody else, you are going to be a nuisance for other people, and they will let you know.
That's not just Columbus. It's everywhere.
It's everywhere, but I just mean like it's really bad in Columbus.
Whatever the speed limit posted is on a highway, people will be going around you.
Yes.
That's their highways. And the speed limit exists, but like on most actual highways, they don't even post the speed limit.
Sometimes,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, but like people, you would think people are treating the highway like it's the Autobahn over here.
Yeah.
Like people really treat it like that.
I wonder what the Autobahn, I don't know. It's funny that I feel like everybody, we all go over the speed limit.
Yeah.
But we also all like get mad when we see somebody go blazing by us.
Yes.
But there's all
because there's like an accepted amount to go over.
Yeah.
But when you're going like 20 over, it's like, bro, what are you doing? Now it's just dangerous.
According to the survey, most consider going 10 miles over the speed limit acceptable.
Yeah, I would say that's what I see most people do.
I think it's relative to what the speed limit is.
Okay.
If you're in a 25 or a 30 speed limit, then going 10 over is kind of a big deal.
It's kind of a bit much.
But if you're on a highway where it's 70
and you're going
80, I don't think that's fine. That's completely fine. So, but I mean, there's reasons that like at school zones it usually says like fines are doubled or whatever because there's some places where like the speed limit really, really matters.
Yes.
As if I mean, I guess, yeah. But and then there's some places where it's like, as long as you don't crash into anything.
Right.
Like pay attention, basically. Don't look at your phone and you should be good.
Yeah, you definitely should be good.
But then, I mean, literally if 80% of people are just speeding all the time anyways, then it does kind of make you wonder, why do we have those signs posted that we all... I mean, we don't ignore them, but we also don't adhere to them.
We don't adhere to them entirely, but I do think people adhere to them in some way. And we've talked about this before because it does give them in their mind, whether it's subconscious or conscious, a way of like doing some type of math equation where they're like, well, I'm willing to go this amount over, but I'm not willing to go this amount over.
Then why don't we just change the limit to like...
Because then people would add more to that equation.
But how do we all mentally agree to do that in the first place?
I seriously think
what kind of weird hive mind thing
I don't know,
is going on
but
where
I
everybody's
seriously
like 10
think that's
miles
how it
over?
works.
Okay.
I seriously think that is how it works, and weirdly enough. And so if you took the speed limit signs completely away, it would be pure chaos because then everybody's just picking what they assume is the right speed rather than people being like, well, this is the speed and I'm willing to go this amount over that.
But maybe we all would have a pretty good idea of what the speed should be. And speed limits are just there to get us tickets.
I mean, I just don't trust in humanity enough. We've seen people stop in the middle of the highway now multiple times causing accidents. I don't want them to decide the speed
limit. If only there was a sign telling them not to do that. Radio U, where music is going, 8772 Radio U or the talkback button, the Radio U app. We've got a lot of feedback after we just shared a new survey from AAA where 80% of Americans admit to speeding. Some of these texts are killing me. Particularly the one from Nathan Alley, because Nathan says, does the article state what speeding is? Are they counting everything that's 5 over? No, Nathan, they're counting everything that's 1 over because that is
above.
speeding.
Yeah, anything above. So, yeah.
I'm not saying you're going to get pulled over for that, but that is, if you're a 1 over, you are speeding. That's how it works.
I also love Mac's text. He said, I lived in Germany from 1987 to 1991. The Autobahn was a blast to drive. My top speed was 155 miles per hour.
Dang.
Evel Knievel over here.
I wonder what the stats are on the Autobahn.
I know.
Of like how much, because I don't know, maybe Max would know about this, that while you can go up to 155 and over or whatever, that like it's basically just a regular highway and most people are going regular
Most people
speeds,
aren't, going that fast.
Especially when you think that like if the faster you're going, the way you're just destroying your gas.
Yeah.
And so that would get expensive pretty fast.
Yep.
We heard from Josh who just he sent a thing of Sonic saying, I got to go fast. He said, I speed all the time, especially on the back roads, which...
It's true. The back roads are too tempting not to speed.
But that's where I'm worried to speed.
Yeah.
Because that's where the deer are.
Well, at night particularly. But like if you know the roads really well, like the back roads really well, I feel like it's just so natural for you just to speed. Because you're just like, I know there's no one out here. I know this road like the back of my hand. And so it just feels like it's easy to just let yourself speed on those sometimes.
It is a rush, like similar to what Max is saying, when you live like I grew up in a very rural area,
Yep.
and where like not only where you're going fast, but then you know where the turns are, and like
it feels like your own little track, your little route.
Yeah, you feel like a stunt driver or something. And I'm not talking about like doing it dangerously or whatever, but it's just like, I mean, maybe it is dangerous, but like I never got into any danger myself.
You never got into the accident.
But it's just like you just really feel like in the pocket when you're just
you're like
when you just really nail that turn right. You nail the slowing down,
it's perfect.
and then accelerate out. Oh, it feels good. Jamie said, I was once told by a patrol officer, 9 you're fine, 10 you're mine.
I've heard that, but as different numbers every single freaking time.
Like, well, it wouldn't rhyme every time.
Yeah. Well, I've heard 8 you're mine, and 9 you're like, or 8 you're fine, 9 you're mine. I've heard that. Like, I've heard so many different descriptions of that, but that phrase is pretty common. And so, again, I think there's just some number people have in their mind is like, this is okay and this isn't. And that number is kind of different for everybody.
I feel like everybody has a story where it's like, there's lots of people that have that. That's what the officer said. And then there's a lot of people that are like, but I was only going this many over. Yeah. And they still pulled me over.
Right. And it's like, well, yeah, they can pull you over if you're going over.
Going back to Nathan's thing. If you're one over. Yeah. Technically,
it's
you are
very
speeding.
rare that they would pull you over if you're just going like 5 over.
Yeah.
Because so many people are speeding that they have in their own minds like some type of thing like what Jamie's talking about, where it's like, well, if they're just going 5, it's not that big of a deal.
You never really know.
You never really know, because there might be some days where they're just like, well, I'm just gonna make an example of them.
I was thinking back about this, and I was thinking, I thought I've been pulled over for speeding numerous times. But I was thinking, I think they were all on the exact same like stretch of road.
Oh, yeah?
Where it was just known that there was police, and I got caught a few too many times of like where the speed limit goes down, but people are, usually
people are not adjusting.
If they don't slow down quite quick enough, then the police know that's where they can catch people.
Yeah.
But there was one time, which is still a similar situation, that I was pulled over in a different area. It was when I was moving, and I crossed the West Virginia state line into Ohio. And as soon as I came into Ohio, the speed limit goes down. And there was a police officer waiting, and I didn't notice.
Welcome to Ohio.
I know. Definitely have to question Burger King's strategy to, on a monthly basis, remind us that they sucked for a long time.
Okay.
The latest edition of this is they are now completely overhauling their chicken nuggets.
Oh.
8772 Radio U, or the talkback button of the Radio U app. They are Burger King completely overhauling their chicken nuggets, revamping their chicken nuggets, because in this phase that they are in of listening to customers and acknowledging their complaints and addressing them, one of the areas that customers really wanted changed was the chicken nuggets.
Okay.
With many people describing them as, quote, rubbery, dry, and disappointing.
Okay.
Which I would consider accurate. I would never, they're not called Nugget King.
Yeah.
I would never, the nuggets aren't nearly as bad as their fries, but their nuggets weren't particularly good.
They were great. I remember in college, they would do this deal every once in a while where you could get the 10 nugget thing for like really cheap.
Yeah.
And when you're in college.
It was like literally $1.
Yeah. When you're in college, it's very nice to have that.
I was going to say, even then, I was like, I don't think these are worth $1.
I did it.
You did it.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to eat.
I was in college. I had no money.
That was where I drew the line. I was like, I have no money, but I'm still not going to spend my hard-earned $1 on 10 of these horrible nuggets.
As we've learned, my pickiness is not very high.
Your bar for Burger King was much lower than
mine. I was not a picky eater, so I was like, $1 nuggets? Sure, I'll do that.
Yeah, but now I don't know if they'll do that deal anymore. I don't know if anybody can afford $1 for 10 nuggets, but they're going to be redoing their chicken nuggets. I guess this is available now. Not only are the new nuggets available at Burger King now, but also they have some new sauce that they are rolling out as well for a limited time.
Okay.
They call it the Special Savory Sauce, combining creamy, tangy, and lightly spicy flavors with barbecue seasoning, ketchup, garlic, onion, and black pepper.
Okay.
I feel like looking at the pictures and stuff, it kind of looks like either it might be cane sauce-like. it might be Chick-fil-A sauce-like, but somewhere in there, in that realm.
It's got that light look of the cane sauce.
They've also reformulated their honey mustard to be richer and creamier, and updated their buffalo sauce, which combines cayenne pepper and buttery and garlic flavors. Sweet and sour has also been changed with pineapple flavor, tangy notes, and a savory finish. They're just changing everything.
They're updating lots and lots
about the
now.
nugget situation at Burger King. So
I don't think I've ever tried any of those sauces other than ranch and barbecue.
I have a big memory of Mrs. Hudson. Early on when we were dating, we went to Burger King and she was like telling me what to order. And she's like, dude, she wanted nuggets, but she's like, do not get the honey mustard. It's horrible.
It's horrible.
And so that's been a running thing as long as we've been together. Burger King honey mustard is horrible, but we might have to update that now.
Maybe you got to try it and see.
I mean, could be a food fight.
Could be. The new Burger King nuggets, whenever they come out, we should maybe try them.
Put them to the test.
I will say, I always was disappointed with the ranch at Burger King. It's the Hidden Valley Ranch, so you would think it'd be fine.
Yeah, why wouldn't that be fine?
For whatever reason, every time I get it, it tastes like it's expired. Like it's just a little off. Like almost like it's hot or something.
Maybe it's like, I don't know. Maybe it's Hidden Valley, but that might not be the exact same formulation they would put in like a bottle you get at the store.
Yeah.
So maybe there's like one herb or something that's different. Too much.
Yeah,
that's overrepresented.
There's
in the
something about it that just is a little off to me, and I don't like it.
But then you'd think that would apply to all Hidden Valley Ranch packets that are everywhere, and you're saying it's only Burger King. So
yeah, I don't know if I've tried too many of them all in other places, because most places have their own ranch, but
yeah, McDonald's ranch actually pretty good.
Pretty
for fast
good.
Food.
Yeah, but the Burger King ranch, not a fan of it.
I'm seeing here that Burger King says September 1st is when these brand new nuggets and dipping sauces will be available.
Okay, so really soon.
And they want customers to continue sharing feedback after trying them. Also, by the way, McDonald's is bringing back their spicy McNuggets, which I love spicy, and I didn't think the spicy McNuggets were all that great when they had been around earlier.
Well, Burger King, if you want our feedback, maybe we will do a food fight with the new nuggets. I still have Tom Curtis's phone number.
Yeah.
I'll text you personally, Tom Curtis.
September 1st, that's next Tuesday. We'll have to plan next week. Next week, we will get a Burger King nugget food fight in.
All right.
It'll be one of our cheaper food fights. Hopefully, they're only $1.
I doubt it.
The Batman Part 2 is finally filming. 8772 Radio U, the talkback button in the Radio U app. Also, have you ever heard of Earn Brew?
I have not.
You've not even heard of Earn Brew?
No.
Well, Earn Brew is a drink.
Okay.
It's a very popular drink in Scotland.
Okay.
Soda there.
Oh, okay.
These things are connected. This and Batman.
Somehow.
Because the Batman Part 2 is filming in Scotland right now, specifically in Glasgow, Scotland.
I like it.
Apparently, it's a good place to film Gotham City because of the architecture there. It looks
Gothic. Much older and Gothic. Yeah. That makes sense.
But here's what's happening. Because the Batman Part 2 is filming right now in Glasgow, Scotland, people there have been trying to figure out a way to sneak cans of Earn Brew onto the set and into shots of, the Batman Part 2.
Yeah.
Create something similar to the Starbucks cup in Game of Thrones situation.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Apparently it's giving security a lot of headaches.
Yeah.
Because of how sneaky these people have been trying to get these cans into the film in some way.
These have to be like teenagers, right?
I don't know, or just like, proud Scots.
Proud Scots. I mean, the Scots are proud. We know this. We definitely know this. I kind of love this.
Yeah.
And I really do. I can't wait for the Batman Part 2 just in general. Mm-hmm. But now I can't wait even more to be looking for the Easter egg that is the Earn Brew can.
I think it's kind of fun that they're trying this.
Yeah.
And I don't even think it's the worst thing in the world if one sneaks in to the movie.
Obviously, they're not supposed to be in Scotland. Like Gotham City is supposed to be like, I think most people picture it as either Chicago or like New York. Mm-hmm. But that would be funny if one ended up in there.
But in like the DC universe, Gotham City's still in America, right?
Yes.
Like America exists.
Yes.
Scotland presumably exists, right?
Yes.
And so Earn Brew has made its way here.
Okay.
You can acquire it in the United States. I've had it. It doesn't taste very good. But it can exist. And so if it were to make its way into the movie, it's not like, it's
not the end of the world.
It shouldn't take you out of the movie. It shouldn't like be like, that couldn't exist in Batman world.
Yeah.
It definitely could.
Although it might take us out of it now that we know the story.
Yeah.
But I do think it would be funny if Matt Reeves is pretty serious, so I don't see him doing this.
Yeah.
But I believe he's kind of, the way he's pictured Gotham City is very similar to Nolan, where it's like New York City.
Yeah.
And so they have like a Times Square, and that was in the first Batman movie.
Yeah.
It would be funny to me if they put an Earn Brew ad.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely.
On the screen. I don't think Matt Reeves is going to do it, but I would love it if they did.
Yeah, or even if they Batman has to walk into a bar.
And there's Earn Brew.
There's like a neon sign for Earn Brew or something like that. That'd be hilarious.
Something in the background that would be so funny.
I mean, at a bar, but like Earn Brew's not actually alcoholic.
Yeah.
Not that I tried it. There's definitely.
But maybe you could rewrite it and it is alcoholic in the movie.
Oh, I don't feel like that'd be right to Scotland. I feel like that would not be. That's not in the spirit of this.
But yeah, they need an ad in Times Square for Earn Brew in the Batman Part 2.
Maybe we should do an Earn Brew food fight since you've never had it.
Oh yeah, Food Fight World Tour.
Yeah. Radio U, where music is going, 8772 Radio U. We are doing Would You Rather Wednesday. The question is, would you rather have your favorite team, win one championship and then have 10 straight losing seasons under 500? Or would you rather make the playoffs 10 years in a row but never win the championship? 8772 Radio U or the talkback button in the Radio U app. Let us know what you would pick.
Okay, so here's my reasoning, Hudson. I am going with 10 straight years of making the playoffs but not winning the championship. And the reason I'm going for that is because I'm already used to that existence with so many of my teams. Ohio State went 10 years of not winning the championship between 2014 and 2024, but was making the playoffs like every year that, the playoff existed or whatever, and is competitive every year. Same thing with like the Guardians. They are very competitive, make the playoffs all the time, but have not won the championship, have not won the World Series since 1948. So way before my time. Browns, not so much the competitive side, but obviously have never won the Super Bowl. And so I'm kind of already used to my teams not doing that. But I will say, just as a side note, even though I am picking that one, and one of the reasons I'm picking it is I do think it would be more heartbreaking to see your team lose so much every season. I think that's the part that really gets me. But there are certain teams that I think I would pick win the championship and then have losing seasons 10 straight years. And that would be to see a curse broken, like a Cleveland curse broken, like winning the Super Bowl. I think I'd be willing to let the Browns have 10 losing seasons after that if they could finally win the Super Bowl.
Because that's what you're used to as well with the Browns.
Yeah, you're used to them losing. And so it's like, yes, I absolutely would love to see them win the Super Bowl. But I think for the other teams, particularly Ohio State, I want them to be competitive. I don't think I can handle it as an Ohio State fan, watching them have 10 straight losing seasons. I'd go crazy.
Jeff says at 8772 Radio U, he would take the playoffs, winning the championship, and then doing so badly after would make it look like a fluke and be kind of depressing.
Yeah, it'd be depressing for sure to have 10 straight losing seasons. It'd be so sad.
Susanna says, as a fan, I'd rather have more playoffs but no victory. I live for anticipation.
Yes.
See, I'm 100% team championship. You take the championship.
Okay.
But that is the one, like Susanna's perspective is what gets to me and gives me pause. Is because like just being along sports,
for the ride.
At the end of the day, it's entertainment. And so the longer you're in it, the longer you're entertained and like invested, even if you ultimately don't get the championship. But at the same time, though, like, hello, you play to win the game. Flags fly forever.
Yeah.
And even if you have 10 losing seasons in a row, you can always hold on to that championship. It means so much to me that like I got to see Aaron Rodgers and the Packers win a Super Bowl. I've seen the Red Sox win multiple World Series. And no matter how many losing seasons they may have,
you'll always remember that. Yep. You'll always remember that.
Where, I mean, nobody's going to necessarily fault you for making the playoffs year in and year out and never win. But then again, it is kind of like, at least when you ever get to arguments with people and stuff, you could always point back to, hey, we got the championship.
Right.
Where like, I mean, I can think of the Cowboys, for example. Nene can't be like, yeah, but there's no but for him.
Yes.
The Cowboys never have won in his lifetime.
Yeah, and it kind of is similar to the Cavs. You know, they've only won one NBA championship. It was 2016. They came back from 3-1. First time in NBA history for that to happen. And that was huge. They haven't had the losing seasons since then. They've kind of had a weird combo of both of these situations where they keep making the playoffs but don't win.
Yeah.
But you can always point back to 2016. And so I do get the appeal of being able to have that championship, hold on to that trophy and just love it. But the part that just gets me is the losing season part. I literally think that would break my heart.
You know what sucks though is losing in the playoffs, because that's one singular moment of heartbreak.
Yeah.
And if we look back on the worst moments you've had as a sports fan, they're probably in the playoffs losing versus just a regular season game.
But at least you know that's against the best competition, the best teams out there. And and as you've always pointed out, only one team can win it. And so to have an expectation of like you're going to win it every single time, it's just unrealistic.
But to never win it would be the
for
worst.
10 years. Maybe year 11 you get it done.
The Sabre, I mean, you should feel this as a Browns fan. The Sabres couldn't hurt me for so long because they weren't good, and with the Browns, I'm willing to accept Super Bowl 10 losing seasons because they always lose. But Ohio State doesn't do that. I literally think I would just be so depressed if Ohio State had 10 straight losing seasons. Because that's just not Ohio State. To think, what would you pick for your enemy? Like, for me, what would I pick for Ohio State?
I mean, Michigan's kind of living it out right now.
What would I pick for the Yankees? What would I rather them do? I mean, I know the answer. It would be the every year playoffs and never win.
Yeah, I was going to say, so Michigan's kind of doing the whole, like, we won a championship and now we're kind of irrelevant.
Yeah.
They haven't had, I don't think they've had a losing season. Maybe they had a losing season last year. I can't remember, but they've been irrelevant since they won the championship, really. And so I think that they're kind of living that out in a way, but would I want them to make the playoffs every year? I don't know.
Yeah, it would be fun because you could cheer against them. That's what I like to do.
Yeah.
It makes it more fun.
Yeah.
8772 Radio U or the talkback button in the Radio U app. Would you rather win one championship and then get 10 losing seasons straight, or make the playoffs for 10 years straight and never win? 8772 Radio U or the talkback button in the Radio U app. You can still get in on our Would You Rather Wednesday question for the day, which is, would you rather have your favorite team win a championship and then go on 10 straight losing seasons under 500, or make the playoffs for 10 years in a row but never win a championship? It's so weird that we've got multiple Pittsburgh fans that have just hopped in at 8772 Radio U.
Yeah, they're getting their thoughts in. Sean says, as a Steelers fan, I would rather win the Super Bowl and have 10 straight losing seasons for two reasons. One, I'm already used to being in the playoffs and losing first round.
Yeah.
I mean, we haven't won a playoff game since 2016.
So he's literally lived out.
Yeah, he's lived out this example. Secondly, at least if we have 10 straight losing seasons after the Super Bowl win, we would have the most Super Bowl wins of any NFL team and solid draft picks to have for the foreseeable future of our team. So that's my opinion. Go Steelers. I mean, that is a good point with the draft part. You know,
you're talking a pro team.
10 straight years of good draft picks. The Cleveland Browns will tell you that doesn't necessarily mean a thing. But if you are smarter than the Browns, which shouldn't be hard, maybe you can have some success after getting so many good draft picks.
We also heard from Jen, who says, as a Yinzer, my Pirates have not won the championship in a very long time. They don't even get close to the playoffs. They're like the Browns of baseball.
Yeah, that's a good description.
But my Steelers and Penguins have been championship teams, and they've struggled the past few years, and it hurts my heart. But she didn't really pick one. So, like, here's another. What if we did it this way? What if you had to choose this for all of your teams?
All of them? Like one answer only?
You get one answer, but it applies to all of the teams you cheer for.
Oh, that's so hard.
I feel like that's actually the right way to do this.
It's so hard.
Because you could be like, I'd pick the Browns and win one Super Bowl and have 10 losing seasons, but Ohio State, I'd pick it just doesn't feel fair.
Yeah.
You would just stagger it so that you could have some happiness and sadness.
Well, I just meant like there's some philosophies in my mind that I would go the opposite way versus that was just, I was explaining my reasoning. But overall, I went with I would much rather have a competitive team than a non-competitive team because I just think I would have more heartbreak overall throughout the season. I mean, if every single team is losing that I cheer for, every one of them, that'd be, you know how much I love sports.
Yeah.
That'd be so depressing. So
that would be hard.
I don't want every single team I cheer for to be terrible.
It would be tough if it was synced up. 10 straight losing seasons
for
in all
every
sports.
Team? Like, that's way too much to ask.
Still, out of principle, I have to go with that. That's what I would pick. Also, I think we were looking this up because it's different in different sports.
Yeah.
Because we looked up in college football, like for Michigan and Ohio State specifically, they don't have losing seasons.
Yeah,
like,
they really
about 10
rarely.
in a row.
Yeah.
Michigan and Ohio State each have, like, in any of our lifetimes, as many losing seasons as you could count on one hand.
Yeah.
That doesn't happen.
It just doesn't. They're two of the winningest programs in college football, so they just don't lose very often. Which is, again, is why I'm not used to it, which would make it heartbreaking to have to deal with 10 straight years of them losing all the time.
And then I was thinking, the reason I was even thinking about that is, like, what would you choose for your enemy?
Yeah.
And that does really, like, makes a good case.
You initially said you want them to lose in the playoffs because you were thinking Yankees, which they already do that anyways.
Right.
So I feel like we kind of see that.
But for college football, if I could make Ohio State have 10 straight losing seasons.
I know you would do that, but they would win a championship this year.
Yeah, they'd have a championship. So I think it'd be more fun because, I mean, it's so fun the day after they lose to come in here and be like, ha, 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 ha. So I think that'd be more satisfying in the playoffs.
Okay.
Than if they just went 5-7.
Sure.
Over and over again.
Sure.
But then that would also break your spirit. Like, maybe you wouldn't even be a fan anymore.
I know. That's my worry, as I'm like, maybe I wouldn't even like college football anymore. Thanks for listening to the RadioU Podcast. Don't forget to rate and review the show.